Yeah, you hard of hearing or what?
We told you to move on before. You didn't get the message?
What?
Let's use its turbos for goulash. They're gophers.
What's the difference?
I think gophers have more white meat. They're not the goulash type.
Then we'll make mincemeat out of them.
What? You and the Geritol squad? What's Geritol squad mean?
Geritol was a kind of a medicine, a drink that older people could drink to try to give them vitality and pep.
There's so much references here that are out of date now.
Geritol's not still around? I thought maybe it was.
I've never heard of it.
Meanwhile...
it looks like the Gophers are beating them all up. How is that meanwhile? Isn't that directly after what just happened and in the same spot? What?
Yeah, it doesn't really make sense.
Whack! Flump! Smack! Yeah. Crack! Hey! Clang! They're beating up old people.
Yeah, that's a bad thing. That's not good.
If I were you, I'd be...
leaving.
So they beat up a bunch of old bikers and...
Yeah.
And they're all driving off. Baby, was that great? Those special effects are truly amazing. But he must be filming my satellite. Sweetheart, we need you in Hollywood. We'll pay double, triple. 60x is still 0. Oh, 60 times 0 is still 0. What for? And the gerbils are whispering something.
Mm-hmm.
The sequel, of course! Sequel? You mean, yes, money! Indoor plumbing! Money! What about my friends? His friends, the gerbils?
The Gophers. You call them gerbils.
Alright. It looks like they all have... They have a whistle, a bag, a umbrella, and a sign that says it's been real.
I think that's a cane. It looks like they stole those from the old people.
Break a leg, bust a gut, get an ulcer, catch a cold. So now they're driving off to become movie stars?
Yeah. I don't know who's really saying... Well, I guess we do. Okay, so I guess it's me first. Who's the guy with the mask? Which one is it?
I don't... He's the one on the right. I don't know who he is. Which one of us are supposed to be him?
Okay, well... I'll be the guy at the back and the guy at the front. You be the guy in the car and the guy hanging onto the side of the motorcycle. Well, who's driving it? It looks like nobody's... Well, it's not moving, I guess, is it?
Are we there yet?
I want the window.
You're the
How
guy.
come you get the sidecar?
I gotta go to the bathroom.
Where's the no smoking section?
'Cause...
Doesn't this thing come with a sunroof?
I guess 'cause came after. How do you get the sidecar?
Yeah, it's confusing. It's a little confusing, the word balloons in this comic, I would say.
Got a job, sha-na-na-na-na.
So they're singing the 50s song, Get a Job.
I never heard of that.
Sha-na-na-na, sha-na-na-na, sha-na-na-na-na. You remember that song?
No.
Okay. Let's go.
How do you start this thing? Hours later. Oh, look, it's an Earthworm Jim reference. A falling cow.
I don't think Earthworm Jim was around then either.
No, it wasn't.
No, that cow was jumping over the moon. It's a reference to the nursery rhyme. You know, hi diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle, the cow jumped over the moon.
A cloud of dust and a hearty hi-ho silver.
So another Lone Ranger reference.
All right, page 19. Zoom!
They're really going. How do they know how to drive anyway?
I don't know. It doesn't look like their hands can be on the handles and their feet could be on the pedals at the same time.
No. Flying man in red boots. Amphibian and rat mug terrorist. Godzilla trashes Tokyo again. And Gophers clear up rush hour. Film at 11.
What's... Den? Den?
I don't know what that means.
I think that's supposed to be the guy's name.
Oh, well, now he's the newscaster Flying Man in Red Boots. Well, that's Superman. He's making references. Amphibian and rat mug terrorists. Is that a Ninja Turtles reference then?
Could be.
And Godzilla is Godzilla. So all these things are apparently going on in this universe.
Chapter 4. Have you spotted the Gophers yet?
That's Copter 4.
Copter 4.
No visual yet, but we know where they've been. Yeah, they don't drive very well, apparently, huh?
Hit the brakes! What brakes? And they crunch the bike.
Oh, man. Brutal accident.
Let's do that again.
I get the window. I get to steer.
Get me out of here. Uh-oh.
So all the turtles, all the Gophers fall down there. And the big guy looks like he's stuck in the sidecar.
Let's see now. Looks like they're hitchhiking and somebody found them.
It's the sheriff guy and his assistant again.
All right, you're the guy with the big hat, right?
Right. Now there's something you don't see.
Well, I never. Shut up. And there's a car screeching off screen. Or maybe it's not a car. It is a car. Where are you going?
Or a van, anyway.
Off to see the wizard. In a spiritual sense, we... Food!
Food? Well, I can deal with that.
Hey, look! Comics!
Don't wrinkle the...
Mind if we read these? These are neat! Oh, look, that comic says Teen Mutant on the front.
Yeah, and the one Gopher's eating the comic.
They've driven to Den's Diner. Hey.
Well, maybe that's who Den is.
He's
the diner.
And for goodness sake, don't bite anyone! Run, hurry, out of my way. Wait up, smack, smack.
Triangle, schmingle. All they got in Bermuda is shorts.
What?
I guess he wanted to see it Bermuda Triangle, but I don't know. You can't see it, so he's disappointed there's just Bermuda shorts.
This woman's surprised, and the Gophers appeared, and everyone's shocked into silence from the Gophers.
Okay. Yeah.
Steak! No lobster! No veal parmesan! They're all talking at the same time, so...
They are. So you might as well just keep doing it.
Well, it means we have to talk together. Starting from no gyros. No!
Pancakes and meatloaf.
Or a scrod bacon burger with lasagna! No, kippers and grits!
Kippers and grits.
5 orders of spaghetti. Oh, it's a YouTube poop reference.
No, no. Oh, no.
Hold the sauce.
She can't. It'll run through her fingers.
Food! These Gophers are really obsessed with food. They don't have a favorite food like the Ninja Turtles. They just like food.
Better leave a big tip.
Next! We'll split an apple pie, ma'am.
They threw the meatball in his eye.
Huh.
And they're playing with the food more as much as they're eating it. Do Gophers do things like this? Do they play a lot?
I don't know, but they definitely don't eat meatballs because they're herbivores.
Okay. Such a deal I got for you.
Split a pie?
I can get us a penciler, inker, and letterer cheap.
Split a pie?
See, they're not even paying any attention. With the right publisher.
Split a pie? Actually, I think that was you.
Oh, yeah. Split a pie? And what's all going on here? So he takes a pie, and he swipes it from him, and then you say...
Okay, but I want my own pie, too.
Oh, no!
Wow, we're almost done with this thing.
We are.
Splat! Oh, looks like they started a food fight. Funny? Yeah!
Yeah, that was good.
And nothing to say about this page except it's a riot.
Yeah, there's a big food fight going on here. And the one guy's swinging off of something. I don't know what. There must be a light fixture or something.
So far, this comic's really good. I've got nothing to complain about.
Yeah, we haven't... That's a switch, isn't it?
Whoa, some guy just beamed the Gopher in the head.
Yeah.
That was cruel. And then they crashed into the police station.
Where'd he go?
The phone booth. Quick, in here. Who are we gonna call? Don't push, don't shove. Seems like they're just doing random things, though. They haven't encountered a real villain.
Yeah, that's the thing with this comic. It's a little too random, I think. I think it could have had a better, more coherent story to it. That's what I'm trying to say. That's the only complaint I have, really.
Floor 15. This way
That's kind
now.
of weird.
Hours later, the Gophers are bored and drawing something on the wall. Did I miss a page? How did they end up in here?
Well, the last one was page 28, so this is page, what? 29. No, we didn't miss a page. It's just kind of, see, that's another thing. It's not that coherent as it should be. I have a great plot line for the book. Hey, is anyone listening? You know, the comic book?
So the plot is this guy is trying to cash in on a comic book about these anthropomorphic kung fu gophers, but the gophers just want to goof around and have fun.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
All right already!
Great! All we need is a title.
Where do titles come from? Places like this.
Hi, Mom.
A phrase vault? Okay, so, wait, was the first page of the comic where they were using this phrase machine? That was, like, all of this is a flashback from that point, and now we're reaching that point?
That's right.
Okay. And now we're back to the vault of phrases, and they just recycled the whole page. They didn't.
That's right, yeah.
So, nothing to say about that except it's a little lazy.
Mm-hmm.
Secret?
We can't just end it here.
Why not?
They need names.
Let's have a contest.
And what about the secret?
What secret?
And notice it says, what about secret? There's an asterisk, and then at the bottom it says, see Gopher broke.
What does that mean?
Well, you're going to find out, but that's supposed to be the artist and writer of this comic book, the actual artist and writer.
His name is Gopher Broke?
No, no, well, you'll see what that is, but they're just...
Oh, no, the guy in the comic is the guy who wrote the comic.
Yeah, well, these guys are. They're saying we can't just end the story here because they don't have names. So they're saying let's have a contest.
But on the next page, the story's over.
Yes, it is.
We get a page. Chaos in Print, your family entertainment center. We buy and sell comics. Yeah, this is just an ad.
Do you remember Robotech?
No.
Okay. But that's an ad for a comic store, yeah, in Chicago, Illinois, called Chaos in Print. I guess, yeah. That's what it looks like, right? And now you see this is what Gopher Broke is. This is the inside back cover.
Oh, there really is a contest to name the Gophers.
That's right. So go ahead and read it.
Be the first to correctly guess at the secret and appropriately name the Gophers and win. Wait, they already have names and the people are supposed to guess what they are? A clue to the secret is on the last page of the comic. Win what, you ask? How's about an autographed piece of original Gopher art suitable for bragging, if not framing? This is a specially commissioned piece of art for this prize. First and second runners-up will receive a Gophers t-shirt. Gopher name judging will be totally subjective. The judge is the creator, George Macas, and all prize distribution is his sole responsibility. To enter, fill in the coupon below or a reasonable facsimile and send it to Gopher Broke, CO Chaos in Print, 4890 Archer Avenue, Chicago, Illinois, 60632. So, a facsimile, you could just draw out a replica of this thing and they'd accept it.
Or photocopy it.
I, George Macas.
Oh, wait, you didn't read the...
We don't need to...
Well, you see, there's on the blank you can fill in the Gopher with glasses. This is how they explain it. The Gopher with glasses, the Gopher with hair and eyes, mask, and the Gopher with nothing.
The big one is the Gopher with nothing.
And the secret is...
They could have called him the big one, but they just call him nothing. He's nothing special.
Yeah, you see, you didn't want to skip that. And then you get to put what the secret is. Now read the bottom.
I, George Macas, would like to hear from each and every one of you. I want, need, desire, and thirst for a comment, good or bad. I will attempt to personally answer each person who encloses a SASE with his or her letter. What's an SASE?
That's a self-addressed stamped envelope.
Oh. Send all comments to address listed for the contest. And that's it.
and that's it.
Now,
But
is the last page with the secret on it the advertisement page or the actual last page of the story?
it would have to be the last page of the story, I would think. Now, here's the thing: there was never a second issue of this comic, so I don't know who entered the comic, and I don't know whatever happened, right, with this contest, and if they actually print up T-shirts or anything. And I have no idea what the secret is and what the names of the Gophers are. So, do you think we could figure this out somehow, or do you think maybe the viewers could figure it out by going back and?
Maybe. I'm going to put up the last page of the comic again so everybody could take a good close look at it and see what they can find.
Now, do you want to look at it one time more with me?
I'm looking at it right now. I don't really see much of anything that could be a clue. Except they just copied and pasted that same page they already copied and pasted twice onto that whiteboard.
Like, I'm looking at the first letters of the words here and seeing if it spells anything, like T and N. That doesn't spell anything. W, T, A, W.
WWTLA.
I don't see it. Like, that doesn't seem to be anything, does it?
It looks like one of the Gophers suddenly got a bow in his hair. Two of them did. What's up with that?
I don't know. That's strange. Is that a secret? Do you think two of the Gophers are girls?
That'd be one messed up secret.
Maybe that's because we're supposed to find a secret and the names of the Gophers, right?
Is George Macass still alive to answer our questions? Can we contact him?
He's probably out there. Do you think we should do a Google search?
Maybe, because now I just gotta know what the secret is.
I'm gonna Google search. Do you want to do it too? See if we find something. I'm gonna put Gophers, I guess, because I'm not gonna know who else. A lot of the times after I read these comic books, I do look up the comic book creators on the internet to see what they're doing now, and I've actually found quite a few of them.
Let's see, George Macass, slightly microwaved. Kung Fu Gophers. Or is it...
While you're doing that, are we still on the air?
Yeah, we are, actually.
Well, I'll entertain the viewers by reading a review of this comic book I just found. I've never seen it before. It's a review of the comic book we just read, Mildly Microwave, Pre-pubescent, and Kung Fu Gophers. It's hard to say. Okay, he says, so keep looking while I do this if you want. I've read my fair share, and we'll see if we agree with this critic. Or if we don't, okay?
All right.
I've read my fair share of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle novels.
Hey, I'm reading the same review right now.
Are you really?
Yeah, we just happened to find the same page.
Adolescent radioactive black belt hamsters, preteen dirty teen kung fu kangaroos, etc. By the way, I have all 3 issues of preteen dirty teen kung fu kangaroos, so we can do one of those sometime too.
You must feel awful proud of that.
I do, but this one was new to me. After cracking it open, it didn't take long to realize how a book like this had escaped my attention all these years. To put it simply, this book sucks. In pretty much every way imaginable.
What? I liked it. This person's an idiot.
I don't think it's that bad. I honestly don't think it's that bad either. The most amazing part about it is that it took a whole team of people, including a letterer I neglected to credit at the top of the review, to churn this out. And a couple of those people have actually carved out quite respectable careers for themselves in the business since then. Well, I think that's evidence right there. Then it's not that bad if they have, they stayed in the comic business. Because most of these people who made these bad comics, like Joyce Lorraine and Bill W. Miller, after those companies went out of business, they're self-published companies, they were out of the comic business, right? As for the actual content of the book, it really isn't even worth talking about. The artwork is incredibly sparse and often unintelligible. Come to think of it, I could say the exact same thing about the story. The characters' action and dialogue that fill each page seem to do primarily just that, fill up the page. Their only purpose is to take up space on a comic book page, and once one page is filled, they move on to the next. Once they get to around 30 pages, they've completed a comic book, and we are all the worse for reading it. Only after flipping through it the second time did I notice that my copy of the book had been signed on the inside by the penciler, Jim Molina, in blue ballpoint pen, no less. Grade D-. That's a terrible grade. Sometimes it can be fun to like something that is bad, like Jar Jar Binks.
What? Nobody likes Jar Jar Binks. Nobody even pretends to like it, or even like it because he's so bad. He's not even hilariously bad. He's just, everyone wishes he never existed. Who likes Jar Jar Binks?
Yeah,
Who?
I have to agree with that. And Sanyana Malakar, what's that?
I don't know.
But that is not the case here. They got someone to draw a fun-looking cover for the book, but that's about it. By the way, the comic at the top of this review, Barney the Invisible Turtle, I've got that one too, so we could do that one too sometimes.
Oh, jeez.
I really like that one, Barney the Invisible Turtle. I think that's a pretty neat one. But anyway, so I don't agree with the critic. I think he was too hard on it, although I do think the story needed more coherence, though. What do you think, Viking Boy Billy?
Yeah, I guess it was kind of like nothingness, and then they were planning to actually do something for the second issue, but never got to it.
Yeah, it probably would have shaped up a bit better had they gotten a little farther. I still haven't found any website or anything. He doesn't seem to have a website that's easily found by putting the Gophers in. It could just be that he doesn't mention it if he has a website, which is quite possible. So I don't know. We may have to do some research and get back to you, viewers, if we manage to find any information, because I'd like to know too what the secret is, because I don't think we'll ever know, will we, unless we can somehow email the creator. So how would you like to summarize up this comic book?
Well, it was pretty well thought out, but I don't know, somewhere in the execution, it didn't really get to anything besides just dumb humor and dated references.
I enjoyed the references, though, because I enjoyed picking them out and everything.
Like, it didn't have its own story, it just depended on being a satire.
Yeah, that's what most satires are, though, right?
I guess.
Or a lot of them, anyway. Like, they're just kind of extrapolations of one story and a parody of someone else's story.
Oh, look who just got on Skype.
Paramoltart?
Yes. Let me invite him in.
Well, we better finish off this video first, though.
Hey, Paramoltart.
Hey.
Yeah, we're just finished. We finished the comic book, so do you want to say anything?
Oh, wait, what did you do, the Oil Man one?
We read slightly microwaved, mild, what?
No. Wait, it was mildly microwaved.
Mildly microwaved adolescent kung fu gophers.
Pre-pubescent.
Oh, prepubescent.
Yeah.
That's the same thing as adolescent, I guess.
Yeah, mildly microwaved prepubescent kung fu gophers.
That's the name of the comic?
Yeah.
And you'd be surprised to hear that it's actually a good comic.
Well, is it from the guy who made Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
No.
It's a parody of that.
Okay, because I know the guy that did Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles had a whole bunch of like official spin-offs. That's what I heard.
But you should watch the video when Viking Boy Billy posts it, because there's a secret in the comic book that we can't figure out, and we don't know how to figure it out.
What's this? What is you mean? Is it like a riddle or what?
I guess. You're just supposed to look at the last page and discover some secret. He doesn't really give you any instructions as to how you're supposed to go about finding this secret and mailing it in. It just tells you, find a secret on the last page.
Yeah, I don't. That's worth any effort.
Well, I think it's pretty interesting myself. Viking Boy Billy and I would really like to know what the secret is. So hopefully the viewers will figure it out.
If we had any viewers to begin with.
If we had any viewers. Yeah, well, that's true. I was just pretending, though. Right? So anyway, that was it.
Oh.
So, I give this comic maybe 4 stars out of 5. It was actually...
I give it 10 out of 5.
It was, like... Not the kind that was so bad it's funny, but it was actually sort of well done and, like, not bad at all.
Yeah, I thought it was definitely more, the writers and the artists were more professional than the ones on John Tar and the Quadro Gang.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
See you.
I wasn't part of this.
I have the comic picked out for next time. I just found one. It's. I'll just tell you the name of it, but I won't tell you anything about it. It's called Goon Patrol.
Okay. So, after this, Goon Patrol.